Well, that's a Beast of the Mesozoic Allosaurus repaint under my belt, and it generated some requests for some more Beasts of the Mesozoic figures repaints, which I would love to do, but these guys aren't cheap. But I went ahead and pulled the trigger on my next Beast of the Mesozoic purchase anyways, and I want you guys to tell me how I should paint it. And so, without further ado, here is the Beast of the Mesozoic Tyrannosaurus freaking Rex. It's the unpainted version, which will be ideal for a repaint. And at 1/18th scale, it is huge. Now, let's have a quick look-see at it. Well, the side of the box says 1/18th scale Tyrannosaurus Rex Gray, which is good, since that's what I ordered. The back of the box has more pictures of the figure, as well as pictures of all of the replacement parts that it comes with, and some fun information about Tyrannosaurus Rex. The most famous dinosaur of all time, Tyrannosaurus Rex was among the largest land predators to ever exist. Despite it having the strongest estimated bite force of any terrestrial animal, there's been plenty of debate about whether or not it was a scavenger or a hunter. Ideal for 3D reference for paleo art. 22 points of articulation, massive 27-inch long action figure, optional fixed pose standing legs, 3 sets of interchangeable feet, posable wire at the end tail segment, 2-part display base for different posing options, flat gray finish for easy paint customization, that's what I want to hear, sturdy metal foot pins in the base. Some assembly required, paint not included. Good thing I've got my own paint. Alright, that's enough of the package for now. Let's pull this monster out. After opening the box, we find a set of instructions. And 2 clear plastic trays stacked one on top of the other. The top tray holds the Tyrannosaurus Rex itself, as well as the tail. A preliminary glance of the figure reveals a lot of detail and a lot of articulation. It looks like an awful lot of work went into this thing. Now let's check out the bottom tray. The display base has metal foot pegs, which is good so they don't snap off. It's also very detailed. There's also a couple of different pairs of replacement feet, and some replacement legs, which don't feature any articulation below the knee. Okay, let's pull this T-Rex out already. So right off the bat, obviously, this T-Rex is in 2 pieces. There's the T-Rex and its separated tail. So per the instructions included with the T-Rex, we're going to dunk the end of the tail in a cup of hot water for about a minute, and then we should be able to pop it onto the T-Rex. Alright, now that that's warmed up, let's see if we can get this tail installed. Okie dokie, tail installation complete. Now let's have a look at this figure. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of tension between the foot and the ankle, and the feet are able to spin pretty freely, which definitely has an impact on how easily you can balance the figure. It's probably a good thing it comes with those replacement legs. In the articulation department, it's got all the standard Beast of the Mesozoic theropod articulation. The tail is separated into 3 segments, the end of which has a bendy wire, and the legs are articulated at the hip, knee, ankle, and feet. The jaw opens and closes, and the neck is articulated. The arms and hands probably have the greatest range of motion. One thing I should probably mention about this figure is that, like all of the other Beasts of the Mesozoic figures, it's solid, and at a massive 27 inches long, that puts a lot of weight on its leg joints, which I'm sure is why the special standing legs were included. If we take a closer look at the head sculpt, we can see all of the standard Tyrannosaurus Rex features: jugal horn, keratinous brow, large facial scales. The Beasts of the Mesozoic Tyrannosaurus Rex reconstruction is lipped, so it's got copious amounts of extraoral facial integument covering up its massive murder bananas. They're in there, they're just hidden. As we move down from the head, we can see some very wrinkly throat skin, which gradually fades into tighter skin around the chest and torso. And then we've got those arms. The arms are smaller relative to the rest of the figure, which is appropriate for a T-Rex. Moving beyond the arms, there's some wrinkly skin on the underside of the torso, and then there's those legs. Lower part of the leg and toes have some wonderfully sculpted scoots. And the rest of the figure features the same level of detail. Size-wise, here it is next to Hammond Collection Alan Grant. For further comparison, here is the Hammond Collection Tyrannosaurus. This Hammond Collection Rex is in the process of being turned into a buck, but we've got to make do with what we've got. Similarly to the Allosaurus, the Tyrannosaurus Rex is roughly the same size as the Beast of the Mesozoic Tyrannosaurus Rex. The difference is in the proportions. The Hammond Collection Rex has a shorter, broader head, thicker arms, much wider hips and thighs, and a much thicker, slightly shorter tail. The sculpt on the beast of the Mezozoic Tyrannosaurus Rex is superb, but due to its substantial mass and the articulation in the legs, it does have difficulty standing by itself without the use of the included base, so it's a good thing it includes a base, and the special standing legs. As I previously mentioned, these things lack any kind of articulation below the knee, so they're much more stable and better suited for holding up this Tyrannosaurus's weight. The standard articulated legs have the full range of motion that you would expect from any beast of the Mesozoic theropod, but they're not ideal for supporting the full weight of this figure. In addition to the extra legs, it also comes with a couple of extra sets of feet. 3 pairs, or 6 feet in total. There are these ones with the toes closer together, as well as a set of feet with splayed toes. There are also these feet, which are nearly mid-walk cycle and allow for more dynamic poses. There really isn't anything I can say about the paint application on this Tyrannosaurus Rex, since there is no paint application. And that's where you guys come in. I want you guys to tell me in the comments section how you would like me to paint this Tyrannosaurus Rex, and whichever coloration gets the most recommendations, I'll paint it that way in a future video. Following the repaint video, I'll put this Tyrannosaurus Rex on eBay. This will give you guys the chance to own a custom painted Beast of the Mesozoic Tyrannosaurus Rex. And it will allow me to purchase another Beast of the Mesozoic figure to paint in a future video. So, hit that comment section and let me know what you guys want to see.